Dave, congratulations, a 1-0 win tonight, and probably should have been more though, do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, listen, good performance. Game should have been over at half time, lots and lots of chances, lots of good play, not rewarded by us doing the last little bit well enough. But listen, we've not won games earlier on in this competition with a similar type team, and it probably epitomises a little bit why, really. But it's good to win.
How hard is it to motivate players for a game like this one when you know there's nothing riding on
it? It shouldn't be, because I said to the players in there, apart from the young lads who are on the bench, every single one of them will say that they should be starting on Saturday. So that's really easy. Don't say it. Show us. And football's changed. Again, you come here tonight on a brilliant pitch, great night for playing football. Pitch is zippy. You want to get it down. You want to play at a tempo. Playing games is miles better than training, and them lads needed games, lots of them. So really useful exercise. Shouldn't take any motivation. You give them a little nudge and a reminder, but ultimately they all want to play, and to be able to do it and play well and get a win, we'll do everything in the world of good.
Obviously the clean sheet's good news. It's a shame we couldn't get more goals tonight, but has anyone, I mean, don't give anything away, but has anyone played themselves into contention in your opinion tonight?
There's certainly people done well. I mean, there are people who played tonight that we're thinking around Saturday and playing them anyway in terms of how we want to go about things. So we looked at a few different things that we may need to call upon at the weekend. Tonight is more, like I say, around. That's pretty much everyone we've got fit. We've a couple of lads, Ryan and Joe, coming back from injury, if you like, who have trained this morning. But that's pretty much everyone. And ultimately, every chance you get, you have to try and pose us as a staff problems, and do yourself justice. And I think they've done that tonight.
You reverted to a back three. Are you starting to feel that maybe you've only got the personnel to be a back three, or are you still convinced a back four is the way to go?
No, I think some flexibility in terms of what we do. We've always, again, tried, even with our back three, we've always tried to, depending on what the opposition play against us, shuffle around as a four. We found that difficult to do with personnel that we've had out injured, and what we don't want to be, even if we're a four, is a sort of sitting back four that can't advance the fullbacks and can't give options, certainly going forward. Tonight was, like I say, a system that we're used to playing in the main, gives us that width, which allowed us to put over 30 crosses in. Unfortunately, the crosses didn't get the bit they deserved in terms of putting the ball back in the net, but in terms of what we created and how we played, like I say, really pleasing.
I think I've noted on my sheet here 19 shots and 11 corners tonight. Are you concerned that you've only got one goal to show to Britain? And if so, what can you do about that?
I'd much rather it have been 5, don't get me wrong, but I think I would be more concerned if we created nothing. So that's the thing. The hardest bit in football is putting the ball in the back of the net, and we were good at that last season and probably got too used to doing it. And once it doesn't happen so freely, there becomes a little bit of tension around finishes. To be fair, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, and tonight certainly they've defended the goal line really well. I'm not sure I've seen that many goal line clearances or defending on the goal line that close to your goal in a game, but that's credit to them. If we're being critical from our perspective, we have to finish them chances, because we'll look at stats, we'll look at analysis, we'll look at big chances. We've had lots of big chances tonight. We should be more comfortable than we are in the game, and on another night they hit the ball towards the end of the game, that can come back and bite you on the backside.
I thought one real positive tonight, Dave, was the introduction in the second half of Cody Johnson. He's a lovely footballer to watch. He doesn't shirk challenges. He held off some big lads who were challenging him tonight. He's progressive. He's on the front foot. He only wants to play forward, and I just thought he was a real positive tonight.
Cody's been great, and I suppose the backstory with Cody was he came back pre-season in great shape, really fit and flying. Through no fault of his own, he's having a little bit of a spell where physically he's growing, which has resulted in him losing a little bit physically. Like I say, through nothing he's done, we've had chats with him. He's going, like I say, through a bit of a growth spurt, which is making him physically, coordination, power-wise, reduced a little bit. And we've just got to, hence why he's played in quite a lot of the youth scene games. We're trying to get him a games programme that way, and we've had to be careful with him. But he'll get through that. He's a baby. He's only just 17, or just gone 17. Second year scholar age. Plenty more to come from him. We'd love that, or we hope that this spell he's going to, he has his full growth in the next couple of or month or so, and then that's over with and he really push on. But he's working really hard with not a great lot of or a great lot to show for it, really, which from his perspective is not too bad, because he's a really level-headed kid. From our perspective, it's frustrating because we see him working his socks off and getting no reward for it at the moment. But that'll come, and he'll continue to, like I say, fit within the group. Trains with us every day, trains brilliantly, great attitude, and he's got a really, really bright future ahead of him.
He looked well tonight. I'm waiting for my growth spurt, actually. I don't know when that's coming. Just finally, Salford City at the weekend. Big game, that one, isn't it? Always a big occasion when you go there, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge game in terms of local game for us. Certainly from supporters' perspectives, we'll want us to go there and put on a good show, and we have to do that. Like I say, disappointed from the weekend, but a big game and a big opportunity to bounce back, and we'll do everything we can to go there and get 3 points.
Fantastic. Thanks for your time, Dave.
Cheers,
well
John.
done tonight.
Thanks, mate.
Top man.